Okay, what's up guys? So today I wanted to make a video which goes over the meta relevant units right now, sort of the meta in the game. Right now I'm just gonna go over every premium unit since the 7-year anniversary. So I'm not including Easy A's and that's it, right? Easy A's, but I got like, if I'm missing any unit, I'm sorry, but I went through and I got all like TURs, LRs that came out, carnivals, all that stuff. I think I get every carnival, right? Bam, bam, yeah. I don't know if I'm missing it. I shouldn't be, but if I am, I apologize. But so I went through, grabbed every single premium release since the 7th year anniversary, and I want to rank them on sort of their meta relevance right now in the game when it comes to hardest boss fights. Of course, a unit can be more meta relevant in other ways than just the boss fights, but I do want to just rank it like that. I do have the boss fights here, and I have kind of ranked them in order of how hard I believe they are. I have put a couple of them out. Right now, I have not included a few of them. I don't have like Broly, but I don't think Broly even makes the list. I don't have Metacooler, but I don't think he would make the list. He might. I could probably see him being harder than Cell. Who else? I don't have Cell Max Red Zone or Cell Max the event. He's pretty hard, but I don't know. I just wanted to kind of include the newer stuff that we've been getting. And so this is how I kind of rank them. Merge also being the hardest, Omega, these two being basically the top two because of their AoEs and damage. I did put Trunks as 3 because I was running his event a lot and he hits pretty damn hard. His damage is just insane right off the bat. Then after him, I have Sin, who again, just the AoEs are really hardcore. Then I went to Goku Black and Zamasu, then Goku Black, then Merge Zamasu and Vegito Blue. These two might seem a little low for how hard their boss event is, but the reason I put them lower, Merge Zamasu is a one-typing fight, so I feel like he's not the hardest because you can run a typing. I know the guy hits for like 2 million on a super attack, but it's the fact that it's only one typing, you don't have to worry about it as much. And then Vegito Blue, one typing plus you can debuff him. Like that's always gonna hold him back, right? You can debuff him. And then Cell, I think, is at the bottom, or like the easiest of these fights because he's just one typing. Again, one typing. You notice the bottom 3 are just one typing. That's what makes them sort of easier. Everyone above them, 2 phases, 3 phases, 2 phases, although it's 1 health bar, but it is 2 different typings. 3 typings, 2 typings, 2 typings, right? So you can't just load up on one type. So kind of rank it like these, and the way I'm going to rank them is sort of these ones beat everything. This character, no, they can do anything here. Easy. And here I'm going to have it only struggles with the top 2. Also meaning struggles with AoEs, right? They're just, they can't really eat those AoEs, so they kind of do struggle with these fights. And then I have it as sort of a niche, more option. They can handle maybe 3 to 4. You know what? Honestly, maybe it would be better. Well, if they can't handle the top 2, they can handle what? 4, 5, 6, so 4, 7 fights if they're not able to handle the top 2. Maybe I'll say 3. Maybe we'll be a little nicer. 4, 2, 5, and then we'll make this 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then I have these ones just dead fish. They're not going to do anything. Maybe they'll help you with the Broly and stuff like that. So this I want to kind of do. I want to do this for maybe newer players who are coming in and they just don't quite know where the meta is sitting in this game. They don't know, like, oh, hey, I just pulled, they summon on a new banner and they're like, oh, I just got Kid Goku. Is he super good? Like, where's he sit? You know what I mean? Because I thought, like, that's how I felt with Legends. I remember when I played Legends after not playing it for so long, I was so confused by where the meta sits. So I do want to make this. I can make this too for like Easy A's and stuff. I just want to like make this an hour-long video with like 800 units. This is already a lot as is. So okay, let's get into it. So we're gonna go from oldest to newest. That's how it's logged right here. I did it from oldest to newest. We'll start right here. So the gods, I think I'm going to put them at super niche along with the Super Saiyan 4s. They can help you with Cell. They're getting blown out by Vegito, but again, you can debuff them. They're probably getting killed by you, probably getting killed by you. Yeah, I mean, they're not bad. Like, the thing is, like, they're going to be, like, I don't know, I would say they're going to be okay that first turn, but even they'll get it destroyed, even through their guard. Even through these guys' guard, they're going to get destroyed, but you can transform quickly with them. And at that point, like, these guys can dodge, and these guys can have moderate damage reduction and counter. Yeah, but a lot of these fights right now are just going to do way too much damage. Their defense is just, they take a little too long to build up for these quicker fights. Right now, the meta is around quick fights. Quick. Super fast. All these except for Omega Shenron, Sin Shenron. And that's kind of it. Those two are the only ones that are going to be kind of longer fights. So yeah, I'm going to put these around super niche. They're helping you at least with like 1 to 3, right? These guys, and again, that's why I'm also not considering like Broly and them, because like if I threw Broly, like these guys are destroying Broly, right? So at this point, these are the hardest fights in the game. Not the hardest fights in the game, they're about there. These two are dead fish. They're not helping you with like anything. Like, their defense is just so low pre-super. Like, no, they're not doing anything. These two are just not good. Ginyu, is he niche or is he dead fish now? You need to run his team, and his team is going to get you killed for sure. He himself, though, I am taking into consideration teams as well, right? I do want to say that. If you're running his team, yeah, just how quick fights are right now, you're not going to transform. Honestly, I'm probably saying dead fish on him. Probably, yeah. He's probably not handling like any of these bosses right now. Yeah, probably dead fish. Vegeta actually might be a niche option. I haven't used him in a minute. But with his defensive capabilities, I imagine he can hold up pretty well. He probably does good here. Doesn't do good here because he's not going to be debuffing. Probably can hold up here. I don't know, it's hard to say. I feel like he can hold up though, like defensively as a slot 2 unit. He's definitely not like I don't think he's gonna handle these guys on top here. They're just gonna punch way harder through him. What's his? I haven't used this unit in a minute. What was his damage reduction amount? It's 50%, right? Once you have all of his stuff, right? It's all his orbs. Oh, it's right, Trunks on the team. But you run Vegeta and Trunks. And Trunks has another good card right now in the new Trunks that came out. I'd like to say niche option for him, but maybe I'm being a little too hopeful for him. I'd like to say niche option. I'd like to say he could at least hold his own, but maybe I'm being way too nice to Vegeta here. I'm not even gonna fucking sit here and talk about you. These guys, they're built kind of around this new event right now. They are not around the new event. They are built sort of like the way they were built was really, I'm dumb, really strong in the beginning because they have that guard, right? They do have guards, so they were built guards for 5, but I think they even get punched through that guard, honestly. I don't think they're gonna do too much for you. Like through that guard, I think they even take a lot of damage. So because of that, I'm probably gonna say niche. It's probably a super niche option for some of these fights. Yeah, I just like they probably do good here. They'll do good maybe with Goku, but that strength phase, it starts with strength. They're gonna get destroyed in that. God, yeah, they're probably super niche. Like honestly, they're not. Even with guard, they're probably getting punched through that. Goku and Gohan. Dead fish? Are we thinking dead fish? They can dodge, but no. Yeah, maybe super niche. Fights aren't long enough to get Gohan out, and even when you do get Gohan out, you still have to build him up, so that Gohan's not coming out. So you're only using Goku, and that means you're dodging. And even like his defense is not good enough. He's dying to a lot. He's probably dead fish at this point. Yeah, probably dead fish. These guys are dead fish. Cell, super niche. Super niche because you can use him in Sin and Omega. Because he's like Omega is strength at that point, and he can at least hold up type advantage on the Omega Shenron fight in his second phase when AoE start coming out. So I'd give him at least super niche because he can be using these longer fights. Dead fish. Ooh. Golden Frieza actually... so he's good in everything, on all these fights, before the first 2 turns. No doubt. But for a lot of these fights, post those 2 turns, he struggles. But he's in luck right now that the meta is currently very short fights. So I think I would put him in beats everything. Maybe beats is the wrong. Does good in everything, right? Well, we'll say that. I feel like that when people inevitably skip to the end of this list and they're looking at the entire thing, I don't want them to be like, oh, he beats everything. No, he doesn't. You get what I'm saying. He's good at does good in everything. Does good in everything, I think, because he even does good with the AOE fight. Well, I guess he doesn't do good with Omega because Omega's a long fight. He's not doing good with Omega or Sin, but he does good with Zamasu, right? Because he actually has the damage reduction we needed. Not good in Sin, but he doesn't struggle in both. I'll keep him here. I feel like that's a fair. I'm also not going to order these, by the way. I don't want to bother ordering these. Yeah, I think that's fair for Golden Frieza. He's a really good unit to use in a lot of these fights right now. Vegeta and Trunks. He... I have to add another list because he's does good here. Does good here. He actually struggles with every other fight, I would say. He struggles with all other fights. Well, he might be niche option then. I don't really think about this one because he's good where it matters. Like, he is good where it matters. Because he's gonna do good with these two. Like, that's important. He's good with the top 2 units, but he's less good with these guys. And the reason I'm saying that is because they don't hit enough to build him up. So, like, I could say, you know, super niche because that still follows my criteria of 1 to 2 fights, but it feels like he's not with these guys. He's way better than these guys, but he's not doing good in everything. I'd have to add another thing. Do we add another one below it? Like, good in top 2 fights. I think that's better, and I think that sits above struggles with top 2 fights. Yeah, no, that's good. I don't know if I'll put anyone else there, but I think putting him with everyone else down here is not good. Okay. Fusion Zamasu. Damn, this really sucks. He's probably niche, super niche at this point, right? He's probably the only super niche option for your top fights. Good here. Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm going to leave him on super niche. He's not the worst, but right now his team sharing the same name with the leader is just, it's killing him. Like, it's so killing him. Super niche. Cooler. Wow, I want to say dead fish, but probably getting killed here. He's good in the Vegeta fight, so that gives him at least 1 fight, which qualifies him for super niche. Yeah, he's like only good in the Vegeta fight though. I can't put him like dead fish. Like, he's at least has some usability. This guy probably niche 4 to 5. Because, I mean, he's good in some of these. Like, yeah, he can hold up. I don't even have to argue. But I say only struggles in top 2. No, he struggles with he struggles more. These guys, super niche. Like, I don't even. Again, they're good for Vegito because of the attack lowering, and you can use them with like. You can use them against like Goku Black. They can maybe hold up decently well. Definitely super niche. Metacooler, actually probably niche option. He works in a lot of these fights. You know, he might even only be struggling against the top 2. Because a lot of these he could be used to die and just use his revive. And since these are so quick, yeah, maybe I'll say that. Honestly, because you can just revive with him. You're basically just using like tanking wise and that you're getting fucking killed. But like, because these fights are so short, you can just like throw them away. Yeah, honestly, am I saying that? I don't know. I feel like I should say niche option though. Yeah, we'll stick to niche. Well, you could probably argue him as being only really like the top 2 fights, but he's definitely not doing good against Sin either. Pan, honestly, probably Dead Fish. She's just not good anymore. Yeah, Pan's probably sadly Dead Fish. Goku, probably only struggles in the top 2. I'd give him now. He gets hit pretty hard. Yeah. He struggles with Vegito. I feel like I'm never gonna use this only struggles in top 2, dude. Like I feel like I'm never gonna use this one because he also struggles with Vegito. Like no doubt, this is a strength only boss. Like this guy's blowing him away, but you can lower attack, so at the same time you wouldn't blow him away. So let's say you're lowering attack. No, he can hold up well here. He can hold up well here. He can. Goku Black's gonna blow him away, like the first phase. I'm gonna leave him there. I think he's still good enough to be held up there. These 2 fights, these top 2 are destroying him, right? AoEs, he's not handling those, really. Okay, Bardock. Honestly, Dead Fish. Like, I'm just being real. Bardock is Dead Fish. I know, like, no one uses him anymore. Build up character on these short events, and he gets destroyed. I mean, like, his Scouter's good. And maybe his Scouter alone can give you super niche, but I'm gonna say Dead Fish for him. These 2 are so Dead Fish. Gamma 1. Good in everything, no? Is he not good in everything? Yeah, Gamma 1 is great in everything. He can handle AoEs and everything. Only struggles in top 2 for Gamma 2. Because again, he can handle everything, just he cannot be handling those AoEs. They're destroying him. Gohan, actually. Are we saying Gohan's good in everything right now? Because of this new meta? New meta, Gohan's probably good in everything. Because guard for those first initial fights. He struggles with the Mega Shenron. I'm going to switch this to mainly good. I mean, he struggles with Mega Shenron because you'll run out of his guard by probably in that strength phase. But then you have type advantage into that last phase. I want to say Gohan's good in everything. I really do. Because he's going to do good in all this content with that guard. All short content will good. Yeah, I'm going to give him good in everything. Same with Piccolo. Good in everything. These guys. Damn. Do I really want... No, I'll say niche. I don't want to say super niche. They're getting so hit, though, by this new meta. Like, they're getting so hit by this. Them being build-up characters is not good right now. Like, all these characters are destroying them turn 1. Like, it's not fun right now for them. Honestly, super niche. And that's really sucks. Because a lot of these fights, they're just... that sucks for them. I don't know. I might be wrong about that. They might be niche. Like 4 to 5, but like 4 fights? Are they good in 4 fights here? No. No. What? No, no. No. I think they have type advantage, right? In Zamasu in the beginning. So yeah, they could be used here. He's tech typing, right? Yeah. No. No. They could actually be using Omega Shenron, to be fair. That's 2. No. 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 I don't know. You can give them like 3. You can maybe squeeze a 4th, but no. By this criteria, they're not. They're kind of more super niche. These guys are good. Only struggles in the top 2. I'm gonna give them that. They're only struggling from these 2 AoEs. AoEs are hurting this unit so bad. That's the only downside of it. The AoEs really hurt them. Yamcha. Am I giving him good and everything? He struggles with Omega Shenron. Because he's canceling dodge. We keep him in only struggles in top 2 fights. He does great though against Merge Zamasu. He's only struggling against Omega here. In this entire list, he's struggling against Omega and this and Sin as well. He's good. We'll say only struggles in 2 fights. Although he's good against one of them. I don't want to throw another thing in here though. I don't want to say good in one, not good in the other, right? Like I'm throwing too many fucking categories now. But he's not good in both. So I'll say he struggles. This guy, super niche. Yeah, I think he's good in like a couple fights, right? He's good in like any physical fight. He can maybe, you know, do something for you, but he's gotta be super niche at this point. Same with Kid Gohan. I haven't used Kid Gohan actually. He probably only struggles in the top 2 fights though, to be honest. This guy's mainly good in the top 2 fights. Yeah, they're a similar unit, mainly good there. This guy probably like struggles in the top 2 because of those AoEs. But he's probably decent against everyone else. He probably struggles in the top 4, honestly. I think having Kid Gohan there is fine. These guys, niche. They might even be super niche. Are they super niche? They can dodge. So like anywhere that's not an AoE, you know, they have a chance to dodge. But like, are you running them? Probably not. I think niche though is fair, right? Like he can do good against like all the events. He can't do great, but at least he can hold up on his own. God Goku is probably good everywhere. Does everything. Does good everything? What the fuck? Holy shit, I just noticed that now. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. English, bro. Does good everywhere. God Goku, yeah. I think he does good everywhere. And nowhere here am I really like Omega, he might struggle with no, he has type advantage. What am I talking about? No, he's good everywhere. Dude's a king. Super Boo. Super niche, honestly. I don't know. Probably niche, because you can still use him in a lot of those fights. Kale, super niche. You could probably even convince me dead fish for her. Where are you running her? Her team is so dead right now. Her team gets blown out by anyone here. Dude, she's probably dead fish, which sucks right now. She's like actually probably dead fish right now. Dude, I'm gonna say dead fish. Like honestly, I'm not even lying. I don't. You're not using her in any of these fights. No fights, because you need a Universe 6 character and they're getting you killed. World Tournament Goku, I think good everywhere. He's great for all these fights. Yeah. Piccolo only struggles with the top 2. I'm gonna put him as only struggling with the top 2 fights right now. Just because AoEs do hurt him a lot. Like AoEs hurt this guy, but you know, he's still an amazing unit. Like he's still better than he's probably still better than these two. But like right now, these two, I mean, God Goku can take those AoEs. This guy can take the AoEs as long as you can revive. So, yeah, probably good in all these fights. This guy just struggles with the top 2 just because the AoEs. Bulma, good everywhere. Turtle is niche option. Dead fish, bro. He doesn't struggle with Omega. Would I say does he struggle? He kind of struggles here. And he does, and like he gets mostly beat up in these like earlier fights. Yeah, I'd say he's probably best for the 2 fights. Mainly good for the top 2. Trunks. He's probably super niche, dude. You're dead fish. I'm not even gonna. No. You're good everywhere. You're good everywhere. You're struggling with the top 2. You honestly, I would maybe put him struggling for top 2. People don't want to talk about it, but this guy before he can build up is getting really hurt by those AoEs. Like honestly, he's getting really hurt by those AoEs. And the newest unit, they're definitely struggling, but they're even getting hurt. Honestly, niche. Yeah, I mean, Gohan, like, those AoEs for the top 2 fights are hurting him so much. Like, they're doing so much damage to him. That, like, I can't say he's, like, amazing for those fights. Like, he's good. Like, no doubt. You can put him in slot 1. But, like, he's going to get whittled down, sadly. Just because he needs to build up. Do I like this? Frieza, like, I could see people being upset about Frieza. Because, like, yeah, he's good everywhere. And this is not ordered. I want to make that super fucking clear. This is not ordered. But, like, he's helping you in all the fights. And a lot of it is quick content right now. So, yeah, I think, like, he's good in most of them. This guy, yeah, can tank, like top list, tank AoEs. Can tank AoEs. Can tank AoEs. Can tank AoEs. Type advantage against Omega Shenron, so he'll do better against AoEs. Good against AoEs. Good against AoEs. Good against AoEs. As long as you have his revive. Good against AoEs. Good against AoEs. And good against AoEs. Right? Omega Shenron, he can kind of struggle against AoEs. But hopefully by then you can pop his domain. Then these guys, mainly good in the top 2 fights, but struggle with the other ones, which are all, like, surprisingly build-up characters. The build-up characters, right? They get a lot of defense. They struggle with those earlier ones, but ones where they can really build up are nice. Only struggles in top 2 fights. Only struggles with basically people who get destroyed by AoEs. Destroyed by AoE, destroyed by AoE, destroyed by AoE. Can get hurt by AoE. Can dodge it, though. So, honestly, you could probably move him. Hurt by AoE, hurt by AoE, and then these two, I think, yeah, Trunks gets hurt by AoE, and then I think he gets hurt by AoE too. Niche, so this is getting hurt by AoEs, and also just not being good in a couple more fights. Vegeta, I'm kind of on the fence about. I haven't used him a lot, really. Recently, in recent content, no, but I like to think you could use him in a Vegeta and Trunks team. This guy, good, but he can get blown away. Good, but he can get blown away, but it's his whole purpose is to get blown away. These two, good, but not good for the main fights because they're going to get AoE'd, but they can dodge, so there you go. This guy, good, but can totally sell. Good, but not tanky enough sometimes. And then these guys just not tanky enough either, but they have a lot of ability. They honestly probably move them down there. Yeah, they're not taking any AoE at all. They're taking no AoE. That's just not happening. They're not taking an AoE. They're probably getting blown out of the water by all these, like, most of these super attacks. I don't know. Yeah, probably super niche for them. And then these characters, it's like they can be good in a couple battles, and all these characters just, you know, you're not running any of them right now. Like, they're all dying. All these characters are just getting you murdered. Yeah, I think I'm good with this list. There's like a few things where you could probably convince me, and like where we can maybe more better set it up and talk about it, because like some of these are good for only Zamasu, but not good for Omega, or some of them are only good for Omega, but not good for Zamasu, right? So in that sense, yeah, like maybe I could have broke it down by the fight, but I don't want to like make 800 categories for every single little unit and put them in their little area. I think these are like the best categories I can make, right? I think these guys are important to make because they're good in the top content, but they're not really the best in the other content, which is fine. Right now, the top content's the most important thing. I rank these by kind of like what's the most important thing that you need them to be good in. Right now, being good everywhere is perfect. Being good in only the top 2 fights is still really good, though. Like, you're still getting a lot out of the being good in the top 2 fights. And then I have, you know, these guys are not great in the top 2 fights, but they're good in all other content, which still means they're really good. Yeah. And I think even Piccolo, like, you might say, like, oh, Omega Shenron he's good for, but he gets you through that first phase too quickly, which I think also hurts him in that fight. That can damage him in that fight. If you're not getting this guy's revive, right, with another unit, he is hurting you in Omega for sure. But if you can, like, you can handle AoEs, no doubt. Like, no doubt you're handling those. Yeah, I feel confident with this list. I don't know. Like, you guys give me your thoughts on it. I definitely could see, like, where I might be a little dummy on my choices. Of course, I'm not. My opinion is not infallible, you know? So that, and I also want to hear, like, what you guys think about the hardest fights in the game. I didn't really take into consideration, like, Broly I don't think even makes this list. Medical or Core could take the list. What else is another hard fight? Cell Max I think could take the list. I could totally be zoning out on a freaking on some event. Like it's totally possible I could be zoning out on another challenging event. Not thinking about it. We got him. Don't even consider that. We got you. Like the other red zone, Cell Max red zone. No, I don't think he makes that top list. Who else is in these? This is the Metal Cooler Core, this Broly, that's, yeah, I feel confident with that. Like, I think those are really the harder fights. The only ones you can maybe convince me are not on the list that should be on the list are Metal Cooler Core and the Cell Max event, because they are pretty good. Like, they would be like 10 and 11. This event, like, I think these top 3 are really where it's at. Zamasu is not, like, the easiest boss, to be fair. Is he harder? Like, is he harder than... That just takes me to the card, yeah. Is he harder than Cell? Maybe. He might be. But I haven't really ran against him a lot, so I don't know. I would leave it here, but, you know, it's not like you could easily convince me. Like, down here, it's a little more interchangeable. Again, I don't put Vegito, like, Vegito damage-wise is, like, honestly up here, because he's doing 2 supers that are, like, 1.8 million damage or some shit like that. Yeah, but the thing is, you can debuff him. He can be debuffed. You can debuff lock him. And so, like, by my rules of 1 to 3, I can throw on characters that can debuff like crazy, right? Like, Omega Shenron theoretically can fill my little thing, because he can beat Vegito, but just because a unit can do good against Vegito, I don't feel like I could throw them up there. Like, yeah, he's super niche. He can do Vegito. He's probably the best character for Vegito. But, like, only Vegito, like, I'm... You motherfuckers skim to the end of the video. That's what I'll do. 2 to 3. There you go. I'll sit here for a little bit. 2 to 3. You skip to the end of the video. You watch this. There you go. 2 to 3 fights. They got to be kind of good in it. That probably puts them down, honestly. Are they doing anything other than being good for Vegito? God, probably not. No, that probably puts them as dead fish now, huh? Yeah. And puts probably him as dead fish, too. Oh, we have a couple, because I was like, these guys are okay against Vegito. You know what? We'll throw Vegito killer here, because they're not useless, but they're good for one thing and one thing only. They're not useless, but they serve one purpose, and that's being a Vegito killer. I'll settle on that. I think that's good. Okay, that's gonna be the list, guys. I thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you guys. Tell me what you guys think about the tier list. I hope you guys have a great one. Peace out.